Howdy hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with TruBluBlur.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. And it looks like we're going to save Mr. Crocodile Face here, right?
Yes, Vector.
Vector. What's your vector, Victor?
Oh, man.
I had no idea what his name was.
It's Vector. Vector the Croc.
Wow. I mean, because I've seen that character.
Mm-hmm.
Just never seen anybody, like, say his name. Then again, I've never played, like, any of the games with him in it.
Yeah, he's only in a few.
I think when I was younger, like, maybe... oh, wow, that's a lot of memories that just got remembered. I just remembered something that, like, there was, like at least like 7 other memories that just, like, popped in because I remembered that one thing.
Nice.
But... oh dear, what do I discuss first? It's one of those things.
Oh, man.
So there was this friend that I had. I say friend loosely.
Okay, that happens sometimes.
Because he was kind of. I thought he was my friend, but he was kind of a messed up person. I mean, this was back when I was in like middle school.
Okay.
He had a pretty terrible home life and stuff. And,
Gotcha.
But he was legitimately just not like a good person.
Gotcha.
But I still hung out with him and stuff, and went over to his house and played video games with him. He had an Xbox, like the original Xbox.
Okay.
And I think he had Sonic Heroes.
Okay.
So I saw him playing it back when I was in middle school, because it was like new back then.
Right.
So that's like and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this looks cool. Because that's
Yeah.
That's one of the first 3D Sonic games that I ever saw." And so that's kind of my, that team-based combat that sort of influenced my opinion of what the Sonic franchise should be, other than earlier in my life when I played like Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I think 3D Sonic, I actually think Sonic Heroes, even though I've never actually played the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because of that interaction, because that was just typically people find like the first thing
Yeah,
that,
generally.
about a subject, and they just hold on to that. That's kind of my thing. When I think of Sonic, the character, I think of the Sonic from Sonic and Knuckles. But if I think of the 3D Sonic, I think of the one from that. So I forget what the thing was that I wanted to discuss in the first place.
Something having to do with Vector.
Yeah. That guy. The reason I say that guy wasn't
fine.
really a great guy is because he came over to my house once and he stole like $5 from me.
Gotcha.
And like the next day at school, I was like, "Hey, dude, like I think I lost $5. Did you happen to see where I put it like yesterday?" And he full on like lied to me. He's like, "No, I don't know where it is." And then like a couple of days later, he's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I took your $5. I just wanted to see what kind of friend you'd be, like if you'd accuse me or something."
Gotcha.
And I was like, "You were testing my friendship? That's kind of messed up, actually. Like, dude, we're in middle school. We don't need this kind of drama. Like, this is ridiculous." Like, I kind of went into him. I was like, "Dude, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life." I think he ended up. Oh, so the racial epithet, sand N-word, right?
Okay. Yeah.
He was the first person that I'd ever heard use that word.
Gotcha.
He was not a good person. So I think I discussed. I didn't really discuss the specific details of this with a Mega Wolf, but I mentioned something kind of about this. Maybe not on the channel, but I've talked to him about it. There's so Halo 1, right?
Okay.
And all these memories are kind of intertwined that I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
So there's it might seem kind of disjointed, but they're all kind of connected in my brain. He also, this guy who had an original Xbox, he had Halo 1.
Okay.
And that was one of my first things. We played a lot of Halo. Hooked up like 2 Xboxes and did system links and stuff. He took me over to a friend of his over to their house, and we played Halo over there. And that sort of made me realize the hyper-militaristic like culture that exists in the United States.
Okay.
Because those people were very like hyper-militaristic, very racist. That was like my first interaction
Gotcha.
with that side of our culture. And I think, because this was after 9/11,
Okay.
so this is kind of some heavy stuff, but
Right,
I wasn't
right.
really expecting to go down this way. But there's sort of this like hyper-militarism, which the first-person shooter franchise is built off of.
Yeah, kinda.
And the unfortunate thing is that, you know, I don't necessarily know that like Halo or first-person shooters cause that, but and I'm not even necessarily sure it perpetuates it. But I'm kind of glad they have first-person shooters to play
Instead of
instead
like,
of actually
guns.
going out and doing stuff. You know, these memories are just, you know, the memories of adolescence. It's all just
Right.
kind of mixed together.
Right.
So when I remember him specifically, I remember all these memories.
Yeah,
So it's,
for sure, for sure.
you know, we could probably continue. No, I stopped being friends with him really quick.
Yeah.
Actually,
Gotcha.
once I figured out like the sort of people he associated with, and
Yeah.
I think
It's
he eventually,
unfortunate, you know.
I think he actually went on to join the army.
Okay.
Lost track of him, but he's still alive. Hasn't lost his legs or anything, so that's good.
Yes, yes, indeed.
That's one of the main reasons I didn't join the military, is because I like my legs too much. I don't want to step on like an IED or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
But this is kind of heavy stuff. For
A little bit.
this is definitely not where I wanted to go with this conversation. But
So, hey, Sonic. Blue, colorful.
we're talking about
Little,
just depressing things while playing a shiny, like, happy-go-lucky character, you know. Is he really happy-go-lucky?
Pretty. Yes.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. What is his power-up?
This is, okay, so this particular level is from Sonic Colors, which is one of the recent-ish Sonic games that kind of brought Sonic back to his stride. A lot of people really liked the game. It was a very solid game, honestly.
Yeah.
And basically, there are these aliens that Sonic interacts with, and when he does, he gets a power-up based on what color they are.
Is he consuming the aliens, or is it more like symbiotic?
Hard to say. Ow. Doesn't really go into specifics.
Because
it
I heard
seems-
that I heard that Sonic Colors was actually a good game.
Yeah, it
So-
seems more symbiotic because, like, they're all excited to help him and stuff.
Oh,
Dude.
nice.
Oh, fine, I guess I'll go this way. There are several different colors of wisps, is what they're called.
Oh, okay.
And they all have, different, Oh,
You died. Wow, that's.
I got spiked.
Oh my gosh, that's the first time I think I've seen you die in this that wasn't from falling. I'm pretty sure.
Ow. Heck, I don't honestly remember.
Yeah, I mean,
It's because when you're in that power-up, you're mostly invincible,
oh,
and when it ends, you can get screwed over.
oh.
Nope. Okay.
Does it end pretty abruptly, or does it give you?
Well,
lots of...
different music that plays kind of speeds up. It almost does like the Mario thing.
Oh, okay.
And then it ends.
Ah, I see. Yeah, because these that mechanic is not really familiar to me.
No, it was introduced in Sonic Colors.
Yeah, these little alien things are not familiar to me at all.
Yeah.
Interesting game mechanic, though.
Yeah.
It certainly fits. Like, I mean, there's a lot of like mechanics they add to like the Sonic franchise that don't fit.
Yeah.
This one definitely does, because I mean, Sonic rolls in a ball.
Yes. Well,
What-
this is only one specific color. There's a laser, drill, rocket, hover, frenzy.
There's a
Get
lot
to
of
the
them.
wall. Okay.
Whoa, that's cool.
When you're a spike, you stick to the walls.
Looks like they're giving you lots of power-ups.
Yeah.
So if
How
you were to
do-
get like multiple aliens, it
I went the other way.
respawns.
It depends. Some of them do and some don't. I ended up going backwards. I didn't even realize.
Well, I would imagine that this is like necessary for completing the level, so they have to
in
give
a lot
you
of cases.
they have
yeah.
to give you some backup in case you like mess up,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Ow! I took damage from that saw.
Because even Dark Souls, one of the hardest video games, still infinite lives. You know,
Yeah.
you can still keep trying over and over and over.
Right.
You know, as frustrating as Dark Souls is.
Yeah, that's not the kind of game that I would really enjoy.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
No, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's really the type of game that I enjoy either. I enjoy more like, I guess, power fantasies.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed Fallout 4, but I didn't enjoy like the stories or like the side quests as much as I did in New Vegas. New Vegas was like amazing,
Gotcha.
but in Fallout 4 they had like the settlement system. A lot of people didn't like it, but I loved the settlement system so much because
Really?
I like building stuff like that.
Yeah.
I spent like a lot of time, probably about a third of the time that I actually played that game I spent in the settlement system.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of time. Multiple playthroughs, and actually, have you played Fallout 4?
I haven't.
Oh.
I don't usually go for the more
Open-ended?
no, apocalyptic stuff.
Apocalyptic, yeah.
I like high fantasy better.
Yeah, like Oblivion?
Elder Scrolls is pretty great. Although
Right.
I haven't played a lot of the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah.
I'm only just kind of starting to get into the franchise. But
Ah.
I do really like it overall.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a puzzle. I got to go back down.
Oh. So which ones have you played then in the Elder Scrolls franchise?
I started with Morrowind,
Oh, I love Morrowind so much.
but it was only a couple years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
like, holy smokes, the graphics are bad.
There are mods that can fix that.
Yeah.
Um,
Dang it. I need some of those. There we go.
Morrowind is another one of those games that I discovered when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So it's a very special place in my heart. I memorized a lot of the console commands.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wanted to play it on the Xbox because they made an Xbox version.
Yeah.
Bethesda's always had a very close relationship with Xbox. So because I don't think Morrowind actually came out on PS2. Because I think that was what was out at the time, PS2.
Right, yeah.
But it
that
came out on
sounds right.
Xbox. I actually have a copy of it over there.
Yeah.
Morrowind for the Xbox.
Yeah.
But it's in was it 4:3? It's not in widescreen
Okay.
like the Morrowind on my PC would be, which I have
Right.
on Steam. Also, the sound quality is noticeably lessened.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The bitrate is definitely less. It's still playable, but after you've played mostly on the PC version, going to that is like,
I'm sure it's jarring.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot less than what it should be.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I'm sure. So I started with that. I didn't get very far because it's so ugly, and I don't have the nostalgia.
Right.
That makes it harder for me. I obviously haven't finished it. And then I played Elder Scrolls Online, which I'm aware is very different from an Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
game, but it has pretty good story, and it was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I played that for almost a year solid.
I didn't actually like Elder Scrolls Online all that much.
Yeah.
I bought like the season pass. Like as soon as I heard like the concept of it, like
Yeah.
like 3 different factions and everything, and I was like, I am sold. I want to play an Argonian right now. I was like completely sold on the concept. When I played it, I was like, I wanted Skyrim with friends.
You have to keep
And-
in mind
and
that
this
it is an MMO.
This is not Skyrim with friends.
They simplified it for the sake of making an MMO, which I
Right.
mean is understandable.
Right. Oh, definitely.
You have to know that going in though,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and not let yourself be too surprised by it.
Yeah. I think I only played for maybe about 5 hours.
Okay.
I got kind of like, I don't generally play with other people,
Uh-huh.
like MMOs and stuff. I think the only games that I really play with other people are like first-person, third-person shooters,
Right.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, that kind of thing, Counter-Strike. But even then, like, I don't know a whole lot of people who actually also play Counter-Strike that I know in person.
Yeah.
Or PUBG for that matter.
Right.
So, I typically like single-player games.
Yeah.
Or Civilization builders, like the Civilization franchise.
You're right.
Actually, this morning I was waiting for Omega Wolf to wake up. Because we had to go move something that you actually tried to help out with. But, I mean, you came on the tail end of it, so...
I did, yeah.
Yeah. But I was actually playing, like, Civilization 5 this morning.
Gotcha.
When I woke up at 7 a.m.
That's so early.
I was like, well, might as well play as Rome. I've been watching a lot of, like, history stuff on YouTube. So it kind of inspired me to... Oh, you're a rocket ship!
Indeed. Oh, other way.
It kind of inspired me to play as Rome. Because of the glory of Rome.
You're right.
What's funny is they have... you ever played Civ 5?
I haven't.
Okay.
I'm not big on Civ in particular because it's turn-based, and I'm not good at that kind of strategy.
Yeah, it's more or less a glorified board game.
Right.
Which is,
I like Civ builders, but I'm much more into the real-time strategies.
Yeah. More like Age of Empires?
Age of Empires is my favorite.
I think I actually have that on Steam. I've never played it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought it because it was like $5 or something. I was like, oh, I'll probably play this.
I actually have all three. Although, no! My favorite is 2.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Was that made by Microsoft Studios?
I think it actually was.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah. What alien language is that?
The language of pain, apparently.
It's
a giant saw.
Yeah. Well, there were signs up there with, like, characters.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh!
Gotcha. I know what happened there, but yeah.
Was there a sound out there?
I don't know. I can't hear it.
How close are we to the end of the game, do you think?
We're fairly close. There's only one more level after this one, and then I got to do... I got to get the 3 keys, and then do the boss battle and the rival battle for this era, and then the final boss, and that's it.
Yeah. This is a pretty short game.
It is a short game, yes. Probably, it's one of the shortest Sonic games.
Yeah.
Not including the first.
Because, it's a lot of the criticisms I hear of, like, Sonic Adventure 2. Because lately I've been watching a lot of Sonic stuff.
Yeah.
Just so I have more stuff that I can actually ask you about.
That's fair.
To utilize you as a resource, essentially, since you're here.
Yeah.
As, a Sonic fan. It seems that a lot of people are, like, mixed about certain aspects of...
So true.
Yeah, because it's certain parts of the game are like, okay, this is great. And then other parts of the game are like, this is not great. And I think they're padding, essentially. Or they make one mechanic and then they want to, like, use it.
Oops.
Yeah,
there's both of those things, for sure.
Where, like, if they would have had just maybe, like, one level... Or even have it be one part of a level where you're doing that, I don't think people would have had a problem with it. Like, if it was just, like, one little part of the game that was bad, or had a bad mechanic, people would be much more forgiving. And a lot of people, like, really favor Sonic Adventure 2.
Yes, it is one of the more popular ones, aside from the classic titles.
Because a lot of people, from what I hear, the Tails part, where you're in the mech... is bad?
Well, the controls are a little wonky, and Tails being in a mech was really... Okay, that turned out fine. Was a bit of an afterthought, and you can kind of tell.
Yeah. So
I almost landed on it.
Maybe what they could have done is had, like, a level where Tails is just kind of walking around Tails style, and then he goes into a mech for a little bit.
Something. They weren't going to have him be playable, but that was before they decided on the kind of the idea of having the hero and Dark Stories basically being exact mirrors of each other. And they already had Eggman playable in his mech, And they were like, okay, well, we need someone to verse him since we're going to do that. So they picked Tails.
Here's what I think. If we were to boil it down, I think it's when they make a game, when they make the game's core concept. Typically, they do pretty good.
Oh,
It's when they're like, we need to add in something extra. From what I hear, the only major thing that they've added that's been good that they've done that with, where we need something extra, let's add it in, was the Chow Garden.
In the adventure game specifically?
In the adventure game specifically.
Well, it depends on how you look at... don't crush me!
Oh, no!
Okay, I made it. Wasn't paying attention. It depends on kind of how you look at the game in general, because a lot of the stuff is that. Things that have been added in
extra
like
stuff
that, you know? Like, a lot of the stuff.
And that could actually be true for a lot of the games in the Sonic franchise.
Well, that's kind of what Sega does. You know, in a lot of ways they experiment and they try new things, and
Sega
it's
does
good
what
and bad.
Sega does
and that's
what Nintendon't.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That is a thing.
Is there going to be a cutscene after this?
Yeah. A little
Okay.
bit.
We'll probably cut it after this cutscene.
Okay, sure thing.
No cutscene.
Well, it has to show this first.
Oh, right.
This is almost a cutscene in its own right.
Right. I mean, from a very technical standpoint.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, other me?
Dude, there's the emerald.
Because he's not going to call him like Sonic.
No, he just says dude.
Yeah.
That's just a thing that he says. It's not that he won't say Sonic.
Well, it'd be kind of weird because, like, they're, it's kind of like, because I'm named Joshua. When I call somebody else Josh, it's like, it feels weird to me,
Yeah.
Hey, all right. So we got a Chaos Emerald.
Yes. That one was story-driven entirely.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
It's Charmy!
Everyone's favorite character.
I was scared because somebody took me, but now I'm free.
We could have just left him.
Freebie, freebie.
Oh, we should have just left him. Did we have to do that mission?
Yes.
Oh, darn.
You look at his face.
He's not. He doesn't. Come on, Sonic.
Oh, man. All right, time to go get the keys by doing 3 missions.
Okay, so let's call this episode here,
Okay.
and then we'll continue in the next one. Hopefully, we'll get more like jovial and not so depressing in in the next episode. But do you think we'll finish it in the next episode, or do you think it'll be like 2-3 more episodes?
I think it'll probably be a couple more, but we're close.
Okay, so this is Frakbox.
This is TruBluBlur.
Have a great day.
Keep running fast.
Let's see.